Hi, I'm Dean Ritchie of Ritchie's Landscape Management with Ryan Yoder, our designer. And today we're at the Grand Gardner Hotel and we wanted to show you the final project. If you remember, we started this project middle of November of last year and we just finished it up about middle of May of this year. And Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about the design?
Yeah, so this all started back in January 2025. I started working on the design for this, and it involved many drawings and 3D modeling and different iterations. But we really wanted to tie in the architecture of the building, bringing in the arches and the turrets and the limestone into the landscape design that you see. We presented different designs and did different iterations, and here we are today.
And to kind of give you an idea of the magnitude of this project, this was about 5 semi-loads of brick, 20 triaxle loads of stone. We had over 200 WAC fixtures, and we used over a half a mile of wire. Not to mention 5,500 hours plus of labor to complete this project. So let's take a little tour. You can see what we did. So one of the things I wanted to point out is this WAC lighting. This is the workhorse of the photometrics for the outside of the building. These are WAC or WAC 6611 ballards, and we have 42 of these guys on site. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because of the lighting restrictions that Valparaiso had on the building. They didn't want to light this up like a runway for the neighbors and cause that light pollution at night. So these guys really do the trick, and we had fun installing them because they're in a concrete base. They're lined up very well, but all this is low voltage LED. So it gives a nice warm light and it doesn't cost a lot to operate.
Very subtle and all arranged just so the lighting is right. And speaking of lighting, up this way we have coping light underneath this ledgestone, Unilock ledgestone coping. We have quarry smooth with a charcoal border. You see here we've got all Unilock pavers. This is a Bristol Valley XL pattern that we came up with for the scale of the building. You can see the earth tones tying in with the limestone and the brick. And this border here is our Town Hall 3-color blend. And one of the challenges of the site was the elevations and being ADA compliant. And so you can see our main entrance with steps is over here, but we have a nice long curved ramp that follows the flow of the building, but also gets us up to grade in a nice long slow slope. We also have a place here where you can decide which direction you'd like to go.
Well, here we have a little courtyard for our water feature. And as you can hear the water sound, it's very soothing. The thought was to have guests come back here and just relax and congregate, maybe possibly grab a drink, and basically relax for the evening. These are Aquascape fountains. This is a pondless water feature. And then we also have Eden Flagstone that we went ahead and we did a formal cut on the side after we fit in everything. And one of the challenges that you saw earlier that we had talked about in one of our earlier videos was the old foundation of the building was exposed here. And we did, Ryan came up with Beto the foreman, came up with a creative way to hide that old foundation by putting these pavers right side up vertically and then coping this with the ledgestone. So as you can see, all that foundation is now hidden. And then through this flagstone, it comes up to this courtyard in which they can have weddings, get-togethers, outdoor functions.
Yeah, the great thing about the artificial turf for events is that you can have events back to back. You're not going to tear up the grass. It can rain right before the event and it's there. And so what we love here is we've got those formal pavers, and this flagstone is a little more organic, bringing you out here, and then we have this very formal opened area here where You can do just about anything, play yard games, events, whatnot, and it's just very well lit at night.
And one of the nice things that I really liked about this, Ryan, that you did is he created this Eden border to separate the landscape from the turf. This really highlights this area, and then he tied in some outcropping to help in with the elevation change. And keep in mind, all this ties in with the same kind of material that's on the building's turrets. And this artificial turf is very well drained. There's quite a bit of stone. There's 12 inches of stone underneath here with drain tile, so all this drains exceptionally well. The drainage on this project was pretty substantial because all the rainwater from the roof is tied into the stormwater, and our landscape all drains into that stormwater as well.